You came in like a thief, and you stole the crown. Your lies keep piling up, and we watch them weigh you down. The fear and greed that you stole, they run the whole fucking show. But we are not afraid, and we will not let go. The bigots rise, and you fan the flames. You build an empire of fear and pain. You're hand in hand with the billionaire scum, selling out this country while you play dumb. Burn it all down, tear the walls apart. We will not bow, we will not lose heart. We will put an end to the hate, we will put an end to your lies. We will stand side by side, and we will You think these cages are built for the poor and for the weak, for the families torn apart while you laugh and tweet? Look at the puppets dance to the corporate sound, but we are still here, and we will stand our ground! There is blood on your hands! We have seen the truth erased! You put the prophets first! Instead of the people you've displaced. History is watching, and it won't soon forget. It may not be you this time, but you could soon be next. Burn it all down, tear the walls apart. We will not bow, we will not lose heart. We will put an end to the hate, we will put an end to your lies. We will stand side by side, and we will rise! Burn it all down! Tear it all apart! Burn it all down! Tear it all apart! Burn it all down! Tear it all apart! Lies on the screen from the deadline machine. Burn it all down, they killed the American dream. Don't blame an escalator, a tower built on decay. Smiling like a tyrant while the world fades away. Fear and hate is the name of your game. Divide the people and shift all the blame. The truth is dead, you sold it for fame. History won't forget your name. Fake empire built on greed. Fascist clown, watch it bleed. Break the chains, fight the fire, dethrone the king, take it higher. Broken in cases, you have got blood on your hands. Worship the dollar while you ignore our demands. We storm the gates, our rage is fueled by your lies. We will sit back and watch as your empire crumbles and dies. Fear and hate is the name of your game. Divide the people and shift all the blame. The truth is dead, you sold it for fame. History won't forget. Nay, nay. Fake empire built on greed. Fascist clown, watch it bleed. Break the chains, fight the fire, dethrone the king, take it higher. You build walls, we break them down. You spread lies, we burn this town. You breathe fear, we fight back. is greed. On a gilded stage, dividing the people, fueling the rage. Walls built high, but compassion's low. Truth buried deep beneath the show. No more lies, no more deceit. We will bow down, we will retreat. Voices loud, we stand as one. The fight's not over, it's just begun. It's just begun. Families torn at the borderline. Justice denied, time after time. Prophet's soul on the planet burns. When will we learn? When will we learn? No more lies, no more deceit. We will bow down, we will retreat. Voices loud, we stand as one. The fight's not over, it's just begun. It's just begun. It's just begun. Resist the power and break the chain. Rise above all this hate and this pain. Together we're strong, we won't divide. In our unity we will find our pride. The fight's not over, it's just begun. 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 The fight's not over! Whispers turn to battle cries. The truth is dead, been fed to lies. They sell us lies in the name of peace. What justice rots beneath the leash. They write the laws just to serve the few. We bleed beneath the red, white, and blue. But freedom's fire still burns inside. Where truth and treason often collide. So raise your voice and raise your fist. We are the storm that they can't dismiss. No more kings and no more crowns. We are the ones who will burn it down. The tree of liberty must feed on the patriots who dare to bleed. The tyrants tremble when freedom rings. We are the roots and we will bring the thunder rolling through the land. With fire in our hearts and blood on our hands. No peace without the will to fight. No dawn without a rebel night. The balance a joke and the courts offline. And American justice lags a decade behind. So strike the drum and light the flame. Each beating soul will rise again. The people's wrath is a sacred flood. The soil drinks deep the martyr's blood. So raise your voice and raise your fist. We are the storm that they can't dismiss. No more kings and no more crowns. We are the ones who will burn it down. The tree of liberty must feed on the patriots who dare to bleed. The tyrants tremble when freedom rings. We are the roots and we will bring the thunder rolling through the land. With fire in our hearts and blood on our hands. Not for glory, not for gold, but for the stories that were never told. For every voice that they tried to drown, we will plant the flag and hold our ground. So raise your voice clench your fists. We are the storm that they can't resist. No more kings and no more crowns. We are the ones who will burn it down. The tree of liberty must grow with the blood that only the brave know. And if we should fall, then we fall as one beneath the rising blood-red sun. The tyrants will fall and the people will rise, because freedom never truly dies. They build their towers in the sky, hoarding wealth while the workers die. Billionaires with blood-stained hands, trampling lives to expand their brand. They say they earned it, they say it's fair, but they only take while we despair. Their pockets are fat and their hearts are cold. Working ourselves to death makes them more bold. But now the time has come for the people to rise up. We will never bow, we will never kneel. We see your lies and we know the deal. You hoard the wealth, you crush the poor. We're coming for you, you capitalist whore. This land is your land, this land is my land. We will fight side by side and hand in hand. The system is rigged, it's all just a game. The rich pull the strings, the poor take the blame. Wealth hoarders live in mansions, the people live in chains. The billionaires don't care, they cash in on our pay. Luxury is a cage, they've been built on the backs of the common workers that they keep under attack. But we the people, we've had it rough. Their empire is fragile, we've had enough. And now the time has come for the people to rise up. We will never bow, we will never kneel. We see your lies and we know the deal. You hoard the wealth, you crush the poor. We're coming for you, you only God's whore. This land is your land, this land is my land. We will fight side by side and hand in hand. No more silence, no more living in fear, no more being divided, no more broken man's tears. Don't try to keep us down, you are not our king. In every city and every town, let motherfucking freedom ring. Because the time has come for the people to rise up. We will never bow, we will never kneel. We see your lies and we know the deal. You hoard the wealth, you crush the poor. We're coming for you, you capitalist whore. This land is your land, this land is my land. We will fight side by side and hand in hand. It's better to die standing on your feet than living a lie down on your knees. It's better to die standing on your feet than living a lie down on your knees. We signed up to fight for freedom, not to be the boots on the necks of Americans. You used us, you lied to us, and now we're coming to square the account. Get fucked and die mad about it. Admin Tip 360, bitch! We wear the scars, we bear the pain. We watched our friends die in blood and flame. You said that we fought for liberty, but we came home to fight hypocrisy. You turned a rifle around our peace. You crushed dissent, you unleashed police. You sent us in just to guard your throne. You turned the streets into a combat zone. Not in this fight, we Every citizen still asleep. Wake the fuck up! To my fellow veterans, remember your oath! Our freedom is dying right beneath our eyes! The people in charge tell us nothing but lies. The common people starve while billionaires see, and we're the ones tossed out in the street. Let's eat the rich, let's make them pay their share. Paying their taxes is a burden they can bear. Make billionaires right again. Not in this fight, we have the line. Whether it's day or night, no one walks alone. This ain't no game. There is only one truth. We are the same. No one walks alone. Not in this fight. We are the line. Whether it's day or night, no one walks alone. This ain't no game. There is only one truth. We are the same. No one walks alone. I got something for you. Hang on to your asses. Golden towers, velvet ropes, behind the mask, a vulture chokes, power suits and dirty hands, wag the dog in desert sands, victims screaming into voids while kings play gods with broken toys, airbrush lies on every screen. What the hell does justice mean? Lock room, VIP, predator in a crowd walking free, blood on the floor, hurt troop in chains. How many more gonna scream in vain? You built your throne on broken laws. Now you're scared, you know what you saw. Silence bought with piles of cash. Erase the files, burn the trash. Martial law for damage control. Draft the board to hide your soul. Wanna light the world on fire just to dodge the light trip wire. History is a loaded gun. Tick, 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 you better run. Lock room, VIP, predator in a crowd walking free. Blood on the floor, hurt trooping chains. How many more gonna scream in vain? Your kingdom shakes with every aim. You'll kill us all to dodge the blame. This ain't conspiracy, it's confession. Hidden in plain sight, full suppression. You laugh while the system bleeds, but the streets remember what you need. Truth, there's a cry. You just spare the time when the lights come my head. Your ass is mine. Locked room, VIP. No more secrets, no more kings. Dragged across your marble floor. Truth is kicking down your door. I said I'm young and believe the vow. Stars and stripes, I wear them now. Trained to fight and trained to lead. Wore the flag like it was all I need. I went to war, that was my goal. Buried brothers filling bullet holes. Did what I had to cause that was the cost. I came home proud but broken and lost. The other party used me and threw me away. Now I see through the games they play. They wrapped their lives in red, white, blue, but the blood on my hands was never for you. It was never for you. They said freedom, they said truth, but fed me hate since I was a youth. Republican dreams, conservative pride, just uniforms for the Green Day hide. Where were they when the V8 failed? When my friends came home and we all derailed? Where were they when we screamed in pain? Too busy chasing power and gain. All the party used me and threw me away. Now I see through the games they play. You bring support, you wave your flags while you turn your backs on body bags. Don't turn your back on the fallen. You say that I betrayed you. I bled for this country. What did you ever do? You cheered for war. Then you ran from the wounded. I see who the traitors really are now! I gave my all, you gave me lies. Soldiers die while your empire thrives. Call me woke, call me lost. You never paid the fucking cost. And the party used me and threw me away. But I won't be silent one more day. I fight again, not for your pride, but for every soul you left behind. The party used me and threw me away. But I won't be silent one more day. Justice ain't red, justice ain't blue. It's the truth, and it's coming for you. Marching down the street with your MAGA flag, spitting serpent's lies while you're waving that rag, screaming freedom while you chain the weak. It makes me sick every time you speak. Beneath your cross, behind your screen, you sold your soul for a fascist dream. Keyboard warrior that don't know pain, a cultist clown whose leader's insane. You are a king, not a constitution. You crave control, not a revolution. But you lick the boots, you're a rich man's pawn. You say you're free, but your freedom's gone. You're not with us, you're a fucking disease. You live in fear, spend life on your knees, try to own the limbs, but you just don't regret. You fake your fate, now you choke on the dead. The party of law and order, but you storm the hill. You back the blue except when you're out to kill. You wave a gun in your neighbor's face. Fake ass patriot, you're a fucking disgrace. History watch while you took your stand. We saw what you did all across this land. American patriots don't kneel to a king. You're a fucking simp sucking that cinnamon ring. You are a king, not a constitution. You crave control, not a revolution. But you lick the boots, you're a rich man's pawn. You say you're free, but your freedom's gone. You're not with us, you're a fucking disease. You live in fear, spend life on your knees, try to hold the limbs, but you just don't regret. You faked your fate, now you choke on the dead. You traded your hood for a MAGA hat, the mark of the beast. You believe in that? You don't believe the words that you shout. You chant just to drown out the doubt. You were born to lose and you still started this game. The fire is coming and we are the flame. We're gonna tear it down, bury it 6 foot deep, and we'll never forget that you're a sheep. You are a king, not a constitution. You crave control, not a revolution. But you lick the boots, you're a rich man's pawn. You say you're free, but your freedom's gone. You're not with us, you're a fucking disease. You live in fear, spend life on your knees, try to own the limbs, but you just don't regret. You faked your fate, now you choke on the dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 26, 47. baseless boasts. He stalks the file of civil reason dies and feeds the walls of mocking loyal hosts. He blames the strong and black as foreign ghosts. The sirens feast and tear freedom's rust down. His throne is built on smoking shit posts. He sold us out to buy a gilded crown. Lady liberty, let truth come down. Expose the rapists who tried to drag you down. Let history brand and not with any renown. He sold us out to buy a gilded crown. He scores people who bled for law and land and praises the mob that stormed the sacred floor. A coward's grin, a scepter in his hand. He cheers as chaos shatters every door. His pledges rot the meaning nevermore. He trade the truth of treason, gain renown, and still he begs for power, blood, and war. He sold us out to buy a gilded crown. Oh, Lady Liberty, let truth come down. Expose the rapists who tried to drag you down. Let history brand him, not with any renown. He sold us out to buy a gilded crown. He turns his back while tyrannies grow bold. He whispers secrets where the hawk should warn. And all for what? Some towers fake in gold. A name embalmed in scandal, loud and worn. No martyr here, just falling to be mourned. A fraud and silken jester in a gown. The cost was out for shame we won't adorn. He sold us out to buy a gilded crown. Lady Liberty, let truth come down. Expose the rapists who tried to drag you down. Let history brand him, not with any renown. He sold us out to buy a gilded crown. Oh, Lady Liberty, we let you down. Oh, Lady Liberty, we let you down. When truth is lost beneath a gilded name, and green parade as patriotic pride, the people's trust becomes a tarnished flame, extinguished where deception dares to strike. This man does not deserve our loyalty, because he thinks that he is royalty. America! Fuck yeah! King Braves in 7876, so you can suck. Our collective dicks have blown up lies, built high on fear and spite. Commands with bluster, rage, and crude disdain. What once was up and wrong to serve the right. A conscience cries in vain beneath the strain. This man does not deserve our loyalty, because he thinks that he is royalty. America! Fuck yeah! King Brains in 7876, so you can suck. Our collective dicks, no games. The motherfucker must go. No games. Straight to jail. No games. Or we can show. No games. Him the gates of hell. He mocks the weak, the weary, and the poor. Yet calls it strength to trample those below. The soul of service, darkened at its core. What seeds he sowed, we're reaping what we sow. This man does not deserve our loyalty, because he thinks that he is royalty. America! Fuck yeah! King Braves in 7076, so you can suck. Our collective dick and time will move on, and truth frequents its stage. No crown can outlast the people's rightful right. And time will move on, and truth reclaims its space. No cloud can outlast the people's rightful rage. Baldo people!
Now it's time for the throw punch! Fuck yeah. What's up, everyone? How y'all doing tonight?
What's
We
up?
got Real Star John tonight.
Wow, this show started
Yeah.
hard. I didn't expect this. I didn't realize this was your music that was playing. I was just like, somebody mentioned it was like Hatebreed, and I was like, yeah, this is totally, yeah, very cool.
Somebody said that was Hatebreed. I guess mission accomplished then, New York hardcore.
What I need to know is
Sounded like Hatebreed, and I agreed. It did seem kind of very Hatebreed-esque.
is that you playing the drums, Sarge? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's you playing the drums?
He's trying to be
I mean,
modest.
It's a little sped up, but yeah.
Okay. Good work. Good work. It's a little subdivision in Phil's. Very nice. Very nice.
For those of you
I'm working on
following at
something
home, basically, polls are starting to close, but everything's still too close to call. So no news yet. We'll keep you apprised as the show goes on.
Please do.
So the pressing question that I have for the evening is, what is SquidTips? Like, where did you come up with that name? Like, how did you?
Are there any motorcycle riders in the chat? Is there anyone else here a motorcycle rider?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what a motorcycle squid is? I'll just explain what that is. So a squid is a pejorative in the motorcycle community. If you are a squid, that is like a shorthand for saying you are somebody that doesn't wear gear, probably doesn't train, probably immediately tries to go out and do wheelies, ride way too fast, hurt yourself. Like, it is a bad thing. And growing up, like, I'm kind of an old motorcycle rider now because I'm almost 40. So I've been riding for almost like 18 years. And I've put a lot of miles on bikes in a lot of different conditions. And so, like, I really hated the older motorcycle rider, like the older men that I kind of got introduced to in the motorcycle community early, who were very close-minded, very like fear. They try to scare you into like doing things their way. And my stepdad kind of embodied them in a way where he basically told me when I got a bike, he's like, you need to get rid of that thing because I used to ride motorcycles and I was a great athlete and I got in a crash, and if I crash, like, you're gonna die. And I was like, bet. All right. And here I am 18 years later, and I'm still alive. So he must have just sucked. I think that's a skill issue. Yeah, that's the story.
All right. Anyway, that's our guest tonight is SquidTips. For everybody that I saw in the chat that was like, what is SquidTips? Who is SquidTips?
I've been making a lot of content. My videos have been getting very popular because ever since the Trump administration. So I've got the unique part about me is I try to be very inclusive in the motorcycle community. Just like a lot of you, I know I don't know a lot about this show, but I know you're a military, you're a veteran. Like when you're in masculine male spaces, there's a lot of places where it's like sexism, misogyny, transphobia, queerphobia is just super, super common. And I didn't like that. And I really like intentionally wanted to make content with the intent to speak to those people and make a safe space for that. And like all of my close friends, my partner's trans, like most of the people that I ride with, the crew that I have is trans. And so when the Trump administration came back and like they just went full bore on trans people, we started to go out and get really, really activated. And so I've been slowly kind of building community in the Seattle. I live in northern Seattle area, and so I've got a big crew, and we go to like the No Kings protests, and we've been trying to do more mutual aid, and we've done some community defense activities like patrols, because there have been some random people we are seeing like invaders basically come into communities like Seattle, and you're seeing it in Portland very overtly, like these traveling circus of drunk MAGA shithead grifter fucking thug criminals. And so we've had to like inform people and try to like keep people safe in this rising world of like these fuckheads just coming to fuck with people. So yeah, that's where a lot of people have known me, and where a lot of people suggest that I come talk to you, because you're talking about this stuff and getting people more activated. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
So you're in.
I used to live in Seattle. What part are you in?
So I'm actually in Shoreline, like the southernmost part of Shoreline. So like when I say North Seattle, I mean like literally right on the edge of Seattle. I've lived here since about 2011. Before about 2 months ago, when Cam Higbee, if any of your supporters, he's a ultra MAGA shithead, doing the Team Charlie Kirk. That's how your audience may know him better. Yeah, but he got me fired from Nordstrom. I've been a cybersecurity engineer for about 6 years until he got me fired. And then, yeah, so I've been doing like tech stuff here for.
Cancel culture is real.
Yeah, shit. Only for us, though. They can do crime. They can videotape it.
Right.
Nobody's going to take them down. Nobody cares.
Shit in the Capitol.
I used to live on. You get a pardon.
I used to live in downtown Seattle when I was in high school. I went to O'Day High School, which is a famous private Catholic boys' school. I lived on Madison and 8th.
Oh, wow.
Right in the heart of downtown.
Yeah, that's awesome. I bet that was a while ago, and I bet this place looks different now. Like, really.
Oh yeah, yeah. I went into Google Street View just on a whim. I was looking up some research, and I was like, let me go look at the old place. This building was called the Nettleton, right? And it was pink. It was a giant pink 13-story high rise, and now it's not.
Yeah, the city is totally different. The skyline is totally different from when I moved here in 2011. I mean, the number of buildings I watched is just Amazon just built all these fucking 30-plus story buildings around me, just completely surrounded it. Yeah, not great. I watched Bezos's balls grow from nothing to giant.
I'd like to congratulate you on your brand
Only
new, your newest subscriber, Cam Higbee. I mean, that's when you know you've reached that pinnacle level, man. I mean, how does it feel knowing that Cam Higbee,
knowing that he actually fears me because he actually is concerned about me? Yeah, that guy is that guy. Well, so first off, that's probably not him. Cam Higbee is a for your audience, just so you know, Cam Higbee is an amalgamation of several people. Like, he doesn't actually run his accounts. He'll never tell you this. All these people are so fake, but they are so propped up by like a series of other people helping them out. It is so funny, and I've had a number of them reach out to me in a variety of ways, like watching my videos in the live streams and stuff, and like being like, oh, wow, this is a really good video. And it's like, yeah, this is what happens when you make like real content. You're not just you're not like Bum Fights 2.0. Like, that's effectively what they fucking are. Like, it's just, yeah. I mean, I remember being 20 and thinking shit like that was funny. I remember Kimbo Slice, beating the fuck out of people before he went.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
The guy who was in porn, too. Well, not really, but,
Yeah, then he went into the octagon and got beat up by all of the worst fighters.
Yeah, then you realize what a real fighter looks like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that and just had to laugh. Like, so did you like actually meet him and was there because I saw like something said I forgot what it was, like a post or something that said it was you got him on camera doing something or what was going on there?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I've been going and doing all these events, and I had no idea who Cam Higby was. Like, I don't know who any of these fucking people are. I don't give a shit about any. If I would love if I never had to think about any of these fucking people in my life. And the only reason I do is because they began coming to these various events. There were these Christian nationalists that came to Seattle. There's a guy by the name of Sean Foyt who came here. He is a big like Christian nationalist preacher. He's become very popular. Big Trump supporter, very close to people like Pete Hegseth specifically. I think he's Pete Hegseth specific spiritual advisor. Yeah, I mean that's what's terrifying.
Spiritual advisor.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to drink some communion wine?
But yeah, he started showing me the shit to make his content.
PDO files. Anyway, go ahead.
You just made me spit my freaking fruit punch everywhere.
Sorry.
I have
Sorry,
this on women.
This is how it goes. Continue with the story. I apologize.
No worries, I'm gonna roll with it. But yeah, so he starts showing the fuck up, and I start having these like direct interactions with him. Where I'm like, yo, we don't want you here. You're getting in people's fucking faces. Like, there's reports of you like pushing people and shit, and like having all these conflicts. And then I started watching his content and seeing like how he just literally manufactured totally fabricated stories. Realized like how much like it was overt propaganda, and then I realized how his content was feeding Turning Point USA content and the Post Millennial, and how Fox News was using it, and realizing, oh wow, this is the front line. If I say the term, I'm on with some military people here. So if I say fifth generation warfare, do people understand what that means when I say fifth generation warfare?
Yes.
So I am just becoming enlightened to this. Fifth generation warfare, and I first heard a guy by the name of Michael Flynn talk about it. I thought, that's kooky shit. But
Oh, that guy.
yeah, I mean, he's a kook head, right? But fifth generation warfare is basically what we are in now, where there is a realization that where we are at now is we're in a new form of Cold War, where there is violence in the streets, but the violence is to generate influencer content, to move people, to build manufacturer consent for the Trump administration for what is happening, to make people distracted, to keep people emotionally, confused, afraid, to scare liberals into like not going out in the streets and meeting their neighbors and doing things. And like, this is the war now. Like, people want to talk about general strikes and shit, but it's like, there are people still sitting at home, like totally not paying attention, even though the government is shut down. Like, even though SNAP benefits, like there are people just totally check the fuck out. And so that's what fifth generation warfare is about. It is about activating those people. It's getting those people out of being, you need to realize, y'all got to wake the fuck up. This country's not going back to where it was 6 months ago ever again. Like, we're in a totally new phase, and we need to start building, this new thing. But anyway, so I realized that Cam Higby was basically a point of like, he was a warrior. He is a soldier in that war, and he is feeding. He's doing so much. And there are many other of these people that I'm sure your audience has seen in the streets. These Katie Davis course, or Andy No, who's been around for 5, 6, 7 years. He really like pioneered this grifter right-wing fucking propagandist thing. But yeah, so I started meeting him, and then this all kind of culminated at UW. So after Charlie Kirk died, he started doing this, basically doing the Charlie Kirk, I'm going to go to campuses and debate people. Except for, instead of doing the Charlie Kirk, like, hey, let's just talk about abortion. It was shit that was like, let's deport all illegals, DEI, get rid of all DEI, very overt, like racist, or trans people shouldn't exist, And so, but he did this first one here because he actually lives in Seattle for whatever reason. I have no idea why he fucking lives here, but he travels everywhere. But yeah, all these people want to live in the cities that filled with people they fucking hate. So yeah, but he goes down there, and I was like, oh wow, I get a one-on-one interaction with him. So I went to the UW, and I told him exactly what I thought of him. In my latest video I just released today, it was a huge hour-long video. It is about teaching people to safely record video at protests, because it is about getting more and more people involved at showing what is happening. We need more cameras on these people. We need to be spreading the message of what is happening in the streets and pushing through all of the propaganda that is happening. So yeah, this was my attempt to help teach people the lessons that I've learned through cybersecurity and through doing that work. But I include the clip of him because he took that video and he blasted it all over. There's one moment that is very memorable, and he leads with it, where he had his little sign down, and I just kind of took it and I just kind of pulled it off. I mean, it wasn't like super like, but I'm just kind of like, and then he freaks out and he like gets his mace out and he's like, "Get the fuck back!" And he's gonna mace me and shit. It's the most pathetic thing in the world. Because I asked him, in Washington State, there's a law called mutual combat, where you can have basically a fair street fight if you want. Like, you can agree, hey, we want to have a physical conflict. Oh, yeah. And I was like, look, I'm not a fighter, just to be totally clear. Like, I've never been in a physical fight in my fucking life. I play football, I play soccer, I like contact sports, but I'm not a violent person. But like, there are some situations where if somebody won't shut the fuck up, won't stop lying, won't stop doing anything else, and they're protected by systems like the police, I just feel like maybe we just need to fucking hash this out with our fists. Maybe that's what needs to happen in this moment. So I went there to ask him if he would be interested in that, and to demonstrate that he was not going to do that. That at no point would he ever have any fair physical conflict with me, because that's not what these people are about. They're about weaponizing the cops, and then they're about doing what he actually did, which was weaponize his entire audience against me. And they called fucking Nordstrom. I got hundreds of death threats after that, after doing that little fucking event. Wow. Oh my God, my family was fucking harassed. I deleted my Twitter account because it was nothing. I realized how many Nazis are on that fucking platform. That is just
true story.
Yeah, I literally, and I'm not a person that calls like the wrong people Nazis. I did not say the word Nazi up until like the last fucking 8 months, because I really I didn't realize how bad it was. But it is so true. And like, I saw, SS-stormtroopers calling me a fucking race traitor in my comments after that shit with Cam Higbee. People were like bragging about my dog had died like a month prior to that. People are like saying how glad my dog is dead, like just bragging about. I mean, these are just like sick people, and you realize what being dipped in this like empathy is bad. Do not listen, like demonize the other people. Don't listen to a word they fucking say. Like, you realize how violent that makes people, and that is their current strategy. They're now past pretending that Antifa is violent. They're now about encouraging people to be violent. That is why they are showing their crimes on film and demonstrating that they can get away with it openly, because they are trying to stoke the next conflict. And I am really scared for people to be in the streets now, because it is only a matter of time before one of these right-wing fuckheads fucking goes off and kills people, like the story I told about in Portland in 2022 of a man who just shot a bunch of people, just like went up and shot a bunch of people in the middle of the fucking park in front of a march. You know, that's what I see coming, and I'm trying to prepare for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got serious there. But that's what happened. I shit on him, and he got really sad and ass mad, and then he got me fired. And now he's out there bragging about being a fucking street fighter after crying about me fucking screaming.
Well, clearly your life has been nothing but downhill since.
Yeah. I hated Nordstrom. They were about to make me go back to work 4 days a week in an office. I was so ready to be fucking fired.
Yeah.
That was the truth. I was like so fucking ready. So yeah, I figured, hey, he thought I would just disappear like other people, or that I would like hide the things I've done or delete my channel. And I've just done nothing but go even harder and like put his fucking shit on blast. So yeah, I mean, yeah, anyway. And even some of his homies, like after the Portland shit, a handful of people, like I'm starting to see the fractures happening. You know, these people come together for 2 fucking seconds and then realize how all of them are shitty people and they don't want to be around each other. So there's more frictions and more issues. And I'm already talking to several of those people, getting more information about how things work. That's why I know Cam Higbee does not run any of his fucking socials. I know the other person who does. They had another, you know, there's now like this Nick Fuentes, right, of these people who are like, they hate the left, like they see the left as amazing. And then you've got the ham pigbees, the fucking red hat, brown shirt, dumbass motherfuckers who are just shitheads, and they're just in the fucking cult. But yeah, these fractures are getting bigger. I met a Proud Boy at one of the No Kings protests and like connected with him and realized like he was really mad about like the veteran stuff, the same stuff that I think activated a lot of y'all, right? Is like this realization that Trump doesn't give a shit about the veterans at all. And as a leftist, and I would love to hear you talk about this, but like I have noticed, I'm one of the few people, like I am surrounded by veterans. My partner who's trans, she was in the military. She was in fucking Iraq, like 2006, 2007, like right in the fucking really scary times. Like she had to do a tour in Abu Ghraib, like before, like around all that shit. So like real shit. But like I wasn't able to get into like a leftist gun club because I was connected to military people. And like I have noticed you've talked about like the fracturing in the left, and I'm really trying to like get people to realize we need to come together and really just drop anything that's not overtly critical. You know, like I'm not a, when you're Gavin Newsom and you say you can compromise on trans rights, that's not an example of what I'm talking about. I am talking about like, hey, you did military service in the past. That doesn't mean you are just objectively a bad, evil person that I will never fucking talk to in my fucking life because you did imperialism's job. Because I remember being a dumb kid that like, you know, I needed the job. I needed money. I needed college, you know? Like, I couldn't afford, like, for economic reasons, I almost was, like, this close to going into the military. So, have you run into that issue in, like, the places you've tried to connect to, you've tried to build community with, like, people just being like, nah, I just don't trust you because you did military stuff?
Yeah. Every fucking post we make. Before I touch on that, though, I did want to say, when you mentioned the street fighting, it being legal in Seattle, my mind instantly went to what's his name? Phoenix Jones, I think was his last name.
Yeah.
Phoenix Jones and his now ex-girlfriend Purple Rain. They were, so for those of you that have no idea what we're talking about, because it is legal in Seattle, there was a phase, probably about, what was that, 2008, I think, 2009. This guy, Phoenix Jones, he was a martial arts aspirant or whatever. You know, he studied stuff and whatnot, and would run around Seattle dressed as a superhero and had like a whole radio network and police scanner. He had like a team of people behind him that were like, okay, there's apparently the cops are going to such and such location. He would like get on his bike and race down there and challenge people to street fights. It was fucking, I have no idea what happened to him.
He's not done. They've actually expanded. So now they have a network. They call it the Emerald City Heroes Network. And he calls himself the Red Ranger. And he goes out in a Red Ranger costume. I literally watched him a week ago de-escalate a guy with a fucking gun threatening people downtown. That dude is a serious hero. And he also works he works at a Harborview. He works at like a big fucking, I think he's like an ER like technician or something. That guy's great. But yeah, there are people, Seattle is a place where there is like people who are going out and like the Superbad movie. If any of your audience has seen the Superbad movie, it's like that, right? But it's normal people who just choose to spend like the weekend specifically out, like Friday, Saturday night when it can get fucking rowdy when people are wasted. They go out and they try to be de-escalators and just keep things safe. And yeah, Phoenix Jones is amazing.
That's awesome.
I didn't realize he was still around. That's wild. So yeah, actually, the last couple of videos that I've done have talked about the just the pushback that we get from people that are supposed to be on the same team, and it's like, and that's not even like, it's actually been a recurring theme over and over again. Just for a long time, I was like, I don't want to, you know, there's so much else to talk about, and then just one day, the past couple of days have been really difficult for the admin team. We have an admin chat on Facebook Messenger, and as these guys will attest to, it's just like, sometimes we talk about breaking stuff, like stories that are going on, like, hey, did we talk about this? Hey, did we talk about that? Sometimes it'll be like blowing off a little bit of steam. We'll cut some jokes, but then a lot of times it's like, hey, we got a couple comments on such and such post. I'm going to start locking it down, and we'll post screenshots of other comments. And then it just turns into like a list of like, all right, so I got this comment, I got this comment, I got this comment. And 9 times out of 10, it's some bad faith motherfucker who's like, oh, well, you endorse so-and-so, so clearly you're not as leftist as I am. So I've been using the phrase leftier than thou, because it's, and one of the things that I've seen consistently, initially, like probably 7 or 8 years ago, it was more prevalent, and then it kind of died down as more and more veterans basically started getting involved in political whatever. But lately, it's been creeping up a little bit, and it's concerning to me because now you have like last year, Project 2025 was the big jingoistic buzz thing that everybody was talking about prior to the election, and a big chunk of that was veteran spaces. So we knew that they were going to come after benefits and veterans, which typically had always been kind of like a bulwark of the right wing. Like that was one of the things, like, oh, you got to support the troops no matter what. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you guys are fucking stealing money by making these fake VA claims, and everybody who served has now got PTSD, and you're all scam artists, so we gotta cut all your benefits. It's like straight out of Project 2025, which every one of those motherfuckers told us last year was, oh, that's not real, that's fake, they don't know what that is. He said he didn't know what it was, and he disavowed it. Now it's like, yeah, you're all, it's like, okay, I see where you are now, you motherfucker. But yeah, it's like I got it coming from both ends of the spectrum. It's more so on the right than it is the left. There's still like these occasional fucking people who are like, ugh, well, you went to Iraq, so you must have supported imperialism. I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? I also fucked your mom, so fuck off, you little bitch. Oh.
Well, that might be why you're getting that reaction. That I'm going to say that's just a tip. You know, I spent about 9 years in retail, so that's just how I would advise you if I was trading.
I could be your dad. Don't talk back to me, son.
You get it more from the right, you're saying, though, right now still? Or because
right now, yeah, but there are people on the left, and it's weird because like there's so many, like Jolly Good Ginger is prior enlisted. Who did I just talk to? Knitting Coat Lady. Same thing. There are tons of people who were not down with like MAGA stuff in military intelligence, in all branches. Military intelligence tends to attract people who are like the nerdiest of the nerds, and invariably a lot of them tend to skew more to the left. And there are actually a surprising number, and I mentioned this in one of the live streams that we did a couple of weeks ago, is when I went into the military intelligence field, I encountered so much culture shock because I was working with women for the first time, but also there were tons of gay soldiers who were not quite out, but were, you know, they weren't really shy about, like, if we all had like a company get together, you would have, everybody would show up with like their girlfriend, their boo thing, their boyfriend, husbands, wives, and you would see same-sex couples showing up, and you didn't have to ask, and because this was don't ask, don't tell era, but they didn't have to tell either. It was kind of like, okay, all right, cool, we're cool. I don't give a fuck. You know, do what you want, do who you want. I don't give a shit. And once I got into that career field, I was like, this is fucking great. These people are smart. They're not hard charging infantry grunts, but also they're not like homophobic bigots, and they can, these people are fucking hilarious, and they can party like a motherfucker. So that was my first exposure in the military, and a lot of those people, I'm still friends with them today. Like, if you find them on Facebook, like, fucking 2007, 2008, when it was starting to really kick off and it wasn't quite fascist. And I started picking up a lot of their political leanings, and I was like, yeah, you know what? That fucking makes a lot of sense. I owe probably 50% of my whole mentality right now to all those people that I serve with. So it's weird to get it from the left. It's like, we're on the same fucking team, you ass bag.
That's really funny. So in the cybersecurity world, I didn't realize how that kind of, what you're talking about with intelligence, right? Of like, I think it connects people who are online more, used to computers more, who have more interest in that. And it is surprising to people that, like, often people who are suppressed in their real life, so queer people specifically who have to repress their identity, you go online because you can be anyone you want. And so a lot of those people kind of naturally get into those fields. And I was also surprised how queer and diverse the cybersecurity community is, and I think it's the same. It's the same type of people, more women, and it's also a community that values what can you bring into actual intelligence and capabilities are what are valued, not these like more superficial things. Again, things that like the right wing thinks they actually create, these meritocracies, which they absolutely do not. They just create all these hierarchies and nepo babies. Like this is true in the cybersecurity and these types of the hacking communities. What can you do? What have you done in the past? Yeah, definitely. That's awesome, and that's an interesting. That's where furries. I met furries in that. It is absolutely true that if you want the internet to continue to exist, you have to have furries on your side. And it's also what brings me confidence in like all of these right wing shitheads and the Trump regime is like realizing they don't have the smart, intelligent, capable people that I know. Like they have the dipshits and that's why they want AI. They think AI is going to do everything because they're too stupid to know the difference, and they're going to try to implement it without realizing how much it's going to completely fuck them over in the long term. Like again, I wasn't scared of getting fired from Nordstrom because I knew layoffs were fucking coming. Like it's a retailer. Like Amazon's firing 30,000 people before the holidays. You think Nordstrom, like a fucking luxury clothing retailer, is gonna have a good holiday season? Nah, I'm fine. I'll take it. But yeah, so I'm glad to know that you haven't had that same experience in the same way, and that makes more sense how you got into maybe left business through that.
Amazon's actually revised those numbers up to 100,000 now.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they got a lot of, they have a lot of staffers and stuff, but like, no, I mean, that really does speak to a core problem because that's the economy basically.
You mentioned the word. I heard you say hierarchy. My ears perked up. I'm going to ask you a question about that in 1 second. But first, I need clarification. Big Sarge, are you saying that whenever you got to a space where people weren't eating crayons, they became left?
So I actually, when I went into military intelligence, this was the era where all the schools were starting to combine, where it was joint service schools became a big thing. So you would be in a class with Army guys, Navy. Let me back that up. You'd be Army soldiers, Navy sailors, airmen, and Marines, and like once in a blue moon, like one coastie, and then some random DoD civilians would show up every now and then. Those were the guy in the CIA that was, and the woman that worked with the FBI. Anyway, so joint schools became a thing. So like the class where I met the woman who would eventually 20 years later become my wife, had several sailors, several airmen, like one Marine and a bunch of Army people. And so yeah, there were crayon eaters that went to these intelligence schools, and it was a tough balancing act for them, which I got as an infantry guy. It was like, you got to be this hardcore fucking badass Marine, but at the same time, I also know that you play D&D, you fucking nerd. So why don't you get over here, roll your character, and let's go.
So, whenever you saw smart people, they were on the left.
Not necessarily.
Get the fuck out of here.
So
you no longer have credibility.
one shining example is so. When I went to the Chinese school for Chinese at Defense Language Institute, there's one person in particular. It was an Army NCO, and he was kind of religious, and I didn't realize at the time that he was more conservative than he let on. But as time went on, it was weird too, because he was very worldly, well-traveled, had been on deployments and trips and whatnot, and served alongside people who were gay and lesbian, people of color, people who were from different countries. We had people who were Muslim. This was just before 9/11.
Yeah.
And come to find out, like the early days of Facebook, 2007, 2008, we're all connecting and whatnot, and all of a sudden,
A little early to call that.
we're all starting talking, and then over time, I start to realize this dude hardcore has some pretty serious bias against like Muslim people, because that's the big thing in that time frame. And he's like, posting shit on Facebook, and I'm like, you fucking served with people. I know you served with people because we were in the same goddamn unit.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're convinced they're the enemy? What the fuck? So yeah, every thing is gonna end up having that one fucking idiot, whether it's in it. It could just be, philosophical disagreements, or it could be political leanings. And I think this dude just got radicalized. I think, the same way that I got radicalized, just in the opposite direction.
Well,
And it's sad because this guy is pretty fucking smart. And
well, speaking of radicalization,
if I might cut in there on the announcement there, that might be a little early to call the Virginia race.
It's early. So,
I saw someone threw it up there. They only have 12% in. They do not have the major population centers in. She's up by a good margin right now. She's up about 8 points, but 12% in. It's a little. The Virginia AG race is 600 votes separated against 50,000 cast so far. So this could run pretty close still.
Okay.
I'm certainly hoping she wins, but let's not jump off too early.
Okay. So speaking of radicalization, I have a friend, and she wants to ask. Hey, she wants to ask Squid a question. So I told her I would bring it here, and the question is: when I heard you say hierarchy, immediately I was reminded. She thinks that maybe you're an anarchist. Is that the case?
That's kind of how I've described myself. I would say that, I didn't really, to just step back, like, I would say that Trump was my, political awakening the first time in 2016, and that I was effectively politically illiterate until that point. Like, I really was just very focused on, surviving and, existing. And I jumped onto YouTube to make content, and that started to feed me political content, and it shoved me into kind of a leftist progressive. If y'all know Stephen Kenneth Destiny Bonnell II, that was my first introduction to politics, period. And I followed him for a long time, and then I kind of got to Bosch, and then I kind of made it into that world. And then I started to see things that I didn't like, which were misogyny and anti justifications of killing Palestinians for Israel. And I just started running into those problems as more liberal problems before I even understood what a liberal was.
Right.
And as I started reading theory and the Communist Manifesto and actually engaging with content directly, I kind of just realized that anarchism, which is, I don't really like hierarchy. I don't like the idea. I don't really want to be in charge of other people or be over other people. I lead when I have to, when there's a need, when people need my help to guide and organize and use that skill set. But other than that, I don't like the idea of hierarchy. I don't like the systems that we've created. And I think there's a much better one that doesn't require that. And so, I think that I'm pretty omnivorous. I'm for anything that is better than what we have right fucking now at this point, functionally. But I think that when you really, if we started having real conversations about shit, I don't think the police should exist at all. I think that that's just a huge problem, propping up every other problem we have and preventing people from actually demanding fucking real change right now. And I'm not in love with any of the systems we've built at this point. I think they can be way, way better. So
one of the ideas I've tried to push in postings when I get so much shit for it is that we're not going to overnight one vote fix everything in the system.
Yeah.
And that means we're probably going to have to make some choices with people who are not fully on board with the whole plan. And you know what? It's a step at a time, pulling the rope, pulling across the finish line, tug of war with the other side. The other side's happy to make really troubled compromises with really broken people.
Yeah.
And we're not even saying to do that. We're just hey, this guy's not about universal basic income, but he checks most of the other boxes. Maybe we could vote him in for a 4-year term, and instead of the guy who's like, yes, brown people need to be exterminated. Like, between these two choices, I struggle with understanding why it's just like, no, we should stay home and not vote at all until the Dems give us the guy we want. Like, you don't understand how this works, do you?
People are very focused on an end state and arguing about that fucking end state, and that is called political fucking theater. That is politics. That is pseudo politics for your ego. Like, the reality is what you're saying. Like, I'm focused. Like, that's why I'm not focused on like street fighting with all these fucking dipshits. I'm focused on getting people food so they can survive, and then connect with me to build them into a organization that can help other people. Like, it is the most boring work, but it is like coordinating with people and figuring out how to solve real problems. And that's what anarchists do. That's the other reason I kind of connect with anarchists, is because the people I find doing that work, like leading and really like putting their lives in the background to like care for their community, are fucking communists and anarchists and socialists. Like, that is how those people identify. And so, yeah, that's who I connect with.
Yeah, I just like, there was a post up. We pushed the post today. It was something like, hey, remember today's, election day, please vote, yada, yada, yada. And we got all these, no, you sellouts are selling out to the system. You're all centrist and blue MAGA. How can you say to vote? It's just like, are you fucking stupid?
Voting is the easiest thing to do. Everything I do, when I have to organize a fucking community patrol, I have to get people together. Like, we have to, like, that is so much fucking harder than just putting it on and dropping that off on the way to fucking Goodwill or something. Like, yeah, I don't have a lot of time for those people anymore. Like, that is just, again, you're talking about purity and like, yeah. No. Oh, and I interviewed Katie Wilson, like Zoran Mandani is like getting a lot of it, but I don't know if y'all have heard about Katie Wilson. She is the mayor of Seattle. She is going to fucking win tonight. I am actually, the thing I'm going to do after this is I'm going to go to her celebration, her victory celebration, because she's going to destroy the centrist, pathetic fucking, he's really not that different from Cuomo. I mean, Cuomo sucks. Cuomo's way worse. But like Bruce Harrell, the current mayor of Seattle, is no different. He is a deadbeat dad with a bunch of misogyny and a bunch of fucking skeletons in his closet, and he's been a fucking fixture of Seattle for way too fucking long. And we are going to put somebody in who wants to build public bathrooms, somebody who wants to build social housing, somebody who wants to actually like reform and hold rich people accountable to pay for things. And I'm so stoked for it. Yeah, real change happens. It is so much easier to fight back against a government that is not like militarized against you, like a government that has some sort of social, that is caring for social things for people, than it is like the government that wants to fucking put a gun to your head. Come on.
And on
Did you
the
say
same vein,
you know Katie personally?
I interviewed her. Yeah, I interviewed her and I've connected with her, and she's been harassed by these people. Yeah, I'm about to know the mayor of Seattle. Like, I'm about to have a friend.
Can you hook us up?
You want her to come on? I'll put her in a good word.
You come on with her and
okay, I'll offer to guide her. I think she's gonna be really busy after all this shit.
So these guys are a little crazy. They say fuck a lot.
They're not your constituents. They swear a lot. Just do it anyway. Come on. I'm trying to get her to make me like the motorcycles are, and like invent a bunch of like positions for me. That's like what you can do when you get power of government. So.
Well, listen, you can convince her and say, you're in now, but you're gonna need that alt left. All right, you're gonna need that alt left, because the one thing that has become, just right as shit to me is this. I don't think that if it wasn't for the stupidity, the callousness, the evil, the disgusting, the dripping and frothing with immorality and sexual deviancy and basically underground, devilish, idiot fuck faces that these people are doing what they're doing, we would have all still just kind of been okay.
we've lost you, Doug. And there he goes. All right. Well, we wait till you come back.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Lost him again.
Nope, lost him again. Darn it.
Had
him lost. You're talking. Definitely.
Well, Doug figures out his equipment.
The deep state.
It's an update on the Virginia race. They're looking at about 20-25% in so far. And that lead is expanding in favor of the Democrats. There's a weird split ballot thing going on, which is a pain in the ass just because you start to wonder what the down ballot race actually looks like. But the top of the ticket going very strongly for the Democrats in Virginia at the moment. But we should get more information here in the next 15 minutes or so. And here's hoping, right? Also, 8 o'clock will be close of polls, I believe, in New Jersey and New York. So we'll be starting to get some results for both Mamdani's run and for the governor of New Jersey, which I know a lot of you are closely watching those. So, fingers crossed here. But
Jeff talking about boycotting spending. We got to boycott spending forever. You got to just not pay your taxes at all. We got to. Yeah. I'm not spending a fucking dime. I don't have to. Until
blue states are 80% of the contributions to the federal government, so he wants to play that game. Okay. All right. But not holding most of the cards in this one.
I'm hoping that my husband will enjoy a good corn husk doll.
I would. I love handmade gifts. I think that's great.
It's going to be the ugliest thing you've ever seen. Guaranteed.
Am I back?
Yeah.
You're back.
Mm-hmm.
You're always trying to hold the black man down. What's going on, man? I was getting hot. I was just getting hot.
He gave you 3 minutes of the speech. That's what you got.
We are gonna. I'm gonna take a PTO day. I'm gonna fly down there and I'm gonna fix your equipment because this is,
I swear to
this
God,
is
I would love it. So the point of all of that was, if they weren't so disgusting and Nazi-like, I'm not sure that we would have seen. Like you said, you woke up after the first Trump administration, right? The whole idea of like this, there's like the alt left pipeline. I've been hearing about that. The people in the streets, the millions, I'm sure you can find a good 20% of them who never voted before. If nothing else, like you're 100% right that it'll never be what it was 6 months ago, 9 months ago. It'll never be that again. But I think that's because the people that he's woken up also see that we need to go here, not back. Right? We need to go over there now. We realize that it was wrong. It's effed up. And using the mayor to say,
yeah,
again.
I'm gonna go off on what he was saying. You don't go from 20. He destroyed all the systems. You don't fire 100,000 workers and go back to what we had. So I totally agree. I think that people are realizing, they're realizing that you can't just put those people back in their jobs and like make these services work again. Like these services are fucked. The government, I worked with an air traffic controller. I was married to an air traffic controller for a decade. The last government shutdown, the longest one, we had just bought a house and it happened right there. We had no income for almost 2 months. Like it was terrifying. Like we just to not get a fucking paycheck. And she has been working 6 days a week for 2 fucking years because the air traffic controllers are already understaffed. And now we are not paying thousands and thousands of government workers doing mission critical jobs. The airports run our fucking entire economy. Like this is like a huge problem. And like the fact that it's like we're even talking about elections and we're focused on that is like it's a sign of where we're at. But like all of that shit is in the background. It's so fucked. And I agree, people are ready for something totally different, which is the other reason I'm just super focused on giving people solutions and inviting them to if I'm inviting people in my community, join me. Like I'll show you what we're doing and you can come do it with me. And then we'll just go build something from there, and it feels like baby's first steps. But I think people do not realize how far America is back as far as like people power and union and worker power. We are so fucked and on the back foot as far as that goes, which is why we have to do the basic, like, modeler stepping up the just basic organization right now.
Yeah.
And for anyone who missed the news today, the Trump administration's Department of Transportation said that they're going to scale down flights in the U.S. starting next week because they don't have the staff for it and they're not paying the staff to begin with. So
Perfect time
I'm
for
sure
the
that'll have
holidays.
no economic impact at all, right?
We all love flying in the holidays, right? Everyone loves
Yeah,
holiday
yeah.
travel.
It's
Get
not
ready
really
for that
busy
shit
or
to be
anything,
way
right?
better.
This is not the busiest travel time of the year or anything coming up here. I'm sure it won't be any kind of problem at all.
I
The
mean,
news headline the other day was like, "Oh, these senators can't get their flights out of Reagan," and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about them. You know who I care about? I care about the people that are flying into DC to protest.
That's what I was about to say.
Fuck y'all, senators.
I care they're getting a fucking paycheck. I care that they're getting a fucking vacation.
What's up with that
what
welfare
the fuck are
shit?
they doing? Like, I have never felt more disillusioned with the entire political class in this fucking country. Like from president down to fucking like city mayors. Like there are so many people doing nothing, absolutely nothing to stop or to build or to protect from ICE, just abducting people, to protect from like all like building like it's not like communities couldn't be doing local taxes to pay for these like medical programs and shit. Like that happens. Like I was very fortunate in Washington State. Like I got on a free medical program when I got fired from work. Part of the reason I wasn't afraid is because I don't have to pay $1,000 a month for Cobra to stay on the medical insurance. I can just get free with my state. If you don't live in a state with that, that is fucked. Like you are so much more vulnerable than I am to losing your job, which is like in the next year, like holy shit, we're gonna be some real fucking hard times. Yeah, I'm smiling about it, but it's because I'm like. I'm like concerned about other people. I'm doing things. I'm concerned other people aren't doing enough. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Very liberal society that's very easy to like trick people into thinking, hey, it's gonna be fine, right? Like it's always been fine. Like look at the stock market. The stock market's way up, right? And that's just a sign the stock market's fine. But
yeah, it's like great, rich people doing better. Excellent. That helps me so much.
Yeah, and they're doing better because they're ripping the rest of us off.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's
does
all
anyone think that any
inside
of these
connected.
prices are going to come down? You think these prices are going to come down?
No, they're
Ever?
not.
It didn't
Ever.
happen after the pandemic.
No.
It's not going to happen now. I mean, honestly.
I bought lots of oil and spare parts for my bikes as soon as the tariffs were announced because I was like, holy shit, this is going to make bike parts, which a lot of them come from fucking China. Like, people don't understand that there is no infrastructure for constructing most things in America anymore. It does not exist. And so when you just slap blanket tariffs on every fucking country, you are just like literally raising the price of everything. And again, it's like another thing that like capitalism is hiding from people by companies just kind of absorbing the cost and just not saying anything about it. Another reason I got fired from Nordstrom was because our CEOs, Nordstrom is a company that specifically caters to queer people, women, and people of color. That is who their core demographics are. That is who all their ads are. And yet, you know who's not spoken out at fucking all about what the Trump administration is doing? Who's been fucking over queer people, women, and people of color? Like them. And two fucking white men who are rich and affluent and who are just keeping their fucking heads down. And it's just gross. I'm so fucking over it. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, watching him hand that fucking golden whatever bauble to Trump was like the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. Like, I'm a big Apple guy. Like, I used to work for Apple during my retail years, and like that was so disappointing. Like, Tim Cook has quoted MLK, talked about him being a fucking hero in his eyes. Fuck you. Fuck the billionaires. Take their fucking money away is what we need to do. Get their fucking money. Anyway.
And if I might interject, we have an official call from the news media out on the Virginia governor's race. Spamberger officially winning that and going away handily at this point. Also looks like Hashmi's probably going to beat Reed for the lieutenant governor's spot as well.
Oh.
So, all right, first results of the night, and they're good ones.
All right.
We'll find
Fingers
out
crossed.
here in about 6 minutes.
I say that in order to gear up for the revolution 2.0, we topple this shit again. it's gonna mean that we're gonna be hungry. We're gonna need energy. So let's fucking eat the rich first, and get the rest of them. I mean, they're all fucking rich anyway. So biggest welfare queens on the fucking planet.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't like to waste food, but those motherfuckers do not look tasty.
No, they don't.
Fucking
They
Mitch
don't.
I bet.
McConnell does
Although
not
my-
look like a tasty turtle.
My
I don't
dogs
wanna
are
eat that.
hungry, so
Elon Musk probably tastes like fucking
Ew.
stringy lizard
Ketamine.
meat.
What's ketamine taste like?
Yeah, you take a bite out of all of a sudden you're like,
It's gotta be
yeah,
tastes like.
you remember that scene in fucking what was it, American Dad, where the Roger the alien took the kid, he tricked him into thinking he was going to like Hogwarts. He took him to the drug dealers, and all of a sudden he like did a replay. His eyes got all weird. She snorted some coke. That's what happens when you eat Elon Musk's liver.
Yeah. I mean,
FBI
taking their
is
fucking
watching
money,
and they
that's what
knock
they
on my
get their
door.
power. Like the fact he could just pump $250 million or whatever to the election. The fact that Trump is just allowed to have his own fucking cryptocurrency that he just, he just pardoned this fucking Binance dude, this crypto dude they just donated. Like, this is just, the amount of corruption that is so overt is just so psychotic to me.
And then he said he didn't know who the guy was. I'm like, how did you pardon him and you don't know who he is?
You took how many hundreds of millions of dollars from this guy?
Right,
I
right.
don't remember his name, but I happened to pardon him for the
We've
major
never
capital
met.
crimes he did.
We've never met.
This is
Also
nothing
doesn't know
new,
who
though.
Epstein is.
You
That's
guys
true.
remember? Have any of you ever studied the Gilded Age?
Yes.
The Gilded Age, just politics alone in the Gilded Age, was so corrupt. There was a president, I think it was Grover Cleveland. Guy came to office and basically made it his policy to read every single bill. And if he saw anything in there that even remotely smelled of corruption, he vetoed it. He's like, I don't care how popular this would make me if I pass this. I'm going to veto it because this stinks of corruption. And you know what they did to him? They found some woman from his past and were like, she's like, oh, this is Grover Cleveland's love child. And by the way, he raped me to get that love child. And whether or not that was true, they're like, okay, this dude is vetoing our shit. We got to get rid of him. So they tried to scandalize his whole ass administration. And the only thing that stopped them from getting him out of office was the fact that this guy was so effective at battling corruption, and they couldn't entrap him. They couldn't turn him by saying, yeah, we got you with this honeypot scheme or whatever. This dude was so terrified of having any kind of emergency with his own life that would shake up the government during a national crisis that guy had cancer, right? And this is like 1907 or some shit. So everything is like rusty scalpels and a bottle of laudanum. This dude is like, I have cancer and I have to get it operated. But if the second I report this to the press, the whole country's going to fall apart. This guy contacts a friend who happens to be rich. And he's like, hey man, I need a private place to crash for about 6 hours to have surgery. And he's like, I got a yacht. We'll take it out on the river and we'll sail it down into the ocean and go out to sea. So he gets on the yacht and brings like 2 or 3 personal physicians, and they dope this dude up and they cut him open on the yacht, cut out the cancer, and like put some plastic prosthesis in his jaw. So it is jaw, because he had like mouth cancer or some shit. I don't know. And nobody found out about it until like 12 years after he died, because they didn't want to blow the whole story wide open. And people were like, wait a minute, the president had cancer and he didn't say anything because he was afraid it was going to disrupt the country at a national crisis? That was the Gilded Age, because this dude was fighting corruption and literally everybody in Congress was so corrupt. And like, it was just newspaper story after newspaper story of like these robber barons that were like fleecing the entire country. They were buying politicians, story after story after story. And that was the form of entertainment of the day was newspapers. And this guy was like, nope, veto, veto, veto. And his numbers were starting to tank until everybody in the country was like, wait, he vetoed this because these guys are corrupt. And suddenly his approval went back up. Wild. That's what we need today is like, just start fucking.
People need to
I'm
read
gonna
history.
get arrested for Fed posting.
I think I had a public education, and it really made me think I was stupid and hated learning. But like, I love learning. I love educating myself. Actually, it's just I hated the way.
There's
that
nothing
school-
wrong with public education.
Yeah, I mean, a good version
I
of it.
said I went to a private Catholic school, but that wasn't my entire life. That was like half a year. I just want to
He
make
still
that
has the
clear.
uniform
So,
though.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to make money on OnlyFans. What do you?
And he's gonna need to blend in when the nationalists take over, when they start
Exactly.
enforcing our
I
yeah.
can't fit into that jacket no mo, but
There, you're right.
what
A
I
Christian,
can fit into.
but you're right. The Catholic ones, I mean, those private schools are those are indoctrination factories too, just in their own
Yeah.
fucking way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, but man, history really helps you understand the current moment. Like understanding the Guild Age, like understanding like how bad things got, like will help you realize that like, hey, you think it's bad now? Wait for a year from now when they've entrenched their power, when they've gone even farther because nothing has been done, right? If you're just sitting back, that's what I mean. It's like people are like sitting back, like my parents are pretty affluent white people who live in Anchorage, Alaska. They're part of like a small business community there. They've got a lot of affluent friends. They're just like, they're freshly retired, so they're going around playing pickleball. But like I'm like telling them, I'm trying to explain to them, like, this is what the people around me, this is what trans people are experiencing. We are not going to go to Texas. We raced motorcycles in Texas last year, me and my partner. We're not going to this year because they passed a bill where your biological sex indicates what you must use. And she is afraid of having some sort of conflict. So we now don't go to Texas. And I'm sure other states will implement something like that. But like, you think that's fucking bad now? In a year, it's going to get worse. So if you're not actively doing something every day, even if it's a little bit, if you're not finding ways to stop paying taxes, to start paying in cash, to stop using your fucking credit cards, stop buying more debt, like into these systems, stop selling your fucking stocks, get out of the market. Like that's what I did at least. But anyway, I'm just saying like, I feel like the crackpot like that I thought of like 10 years ago talking like this, but like
Yeah.
It
But
does feel like
truthfully,
that
it's like-
a lot of the time.
yeah,
I say
It
that
does feel like
frequently.
an anarchist. Oh,
we
right.
had a meme up the other day and it was like 80% of these blue states supply 80% of the wealth to the nation. And the thought, and I'm hoping it's going to come sooner rather than later, of just turning that off. Just turn it off. Stop giving them your money. Stop paying it into the feds, and let's see what happens. Let's see, what happens when all of that goes down. I mean, that would be great to see. But in the meantime, you're not going to get a penny of my money, honey.
I've seen so many people that are like talking about they're filing tax exemption statuses because they just don't want to pay taxes. And their reasoning is specifically because their tax money is going to fund these concentration camps in foreign countries, and it's being used for like ICE and shit like that. And I was like, I don't want my money going to that. That's immoral. So they've somehow figured out how to like make themselves a tax exempt entity so they don't have to pay it. I'm like, we should all fucking do that.
Yeah, I'm starting a church. That's my plan. Fuck it. Like, that's the only thing
You might
that's
as well.
gonna
They'll
be
never
used.
come for you.
The Church of
Church
Antifa.
of the
That's what I'm
Sons
going
of
to do.
Liberty. I am Reverend Big Sarge.
The Church of
Take it
Antifa.
away, Deacon Matt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you
Sister
to worship
Jen.
the ways of Big Sarge and Saint Fulapia. We turn now in our hymnals to the wisdom of Big Sarge.
Sarge 316.
Sarge 316, who says, of course, get fucked and die mad about it. Let us
Not
explore
sorry, not
these
sorry.
ideas, brothers and sisters.
Oh God.
A little more time, a little more prep material. I can go on.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm
Y'all,
waiting to see what's going
Yeah,
on
I
in
was
this
going to
comic.
ask you. I was going to ask you for tips because you know, as things are getting more violent in the streets, you know, I don't know, you're a military guy, so like I said, I'm not a fighter, so I just assume you have more physical conflict de-escalation than I have. But like, what should people be doing to like protect themselves from people? Like, let's say they don't want to be violent, they just want to get out of here, they want to report some stuff. Like, what are some things that you look at when you're like, somebody's going to become violent? How can they protect themselves? Yeah. What are tips you got?
I actually, I've mentioned this in probably 5 or 6 different videos, but I actually did an entire video just on this subject alone. And my 3 biggest pieces of advice. Number 1 is you need to start getting physically fit. And I understand there's a lot of people who can't, whether it's because they're not able to do so or whatever other reasons. It's pretty vague, but whatever. If you can, do it. And then the other one was, if you have the ability, you have the time and the resources to do so, go find yourself some sort of physical contact martial arts, whether it's fucking Aikido, Hapkido, Krav Maga, karate, kung fu, I don't fucking care, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, whatever. Go enroll in that. And then thirdly, buy a fucking gun and go to the range, learn how to use it. Don't just buy one and be like, I got a gun now.
No, learn how to safely
learn how to use it, learn how to clean it, learn how to disassemble it, learn how everything, gun safety. And once you learn all those things, start going to the range and learn how to shoot.
And if I might add, numbers.
No.
Numbers. There was a moment,
like
a certain
book,
DC
numbers?
protest where there was one particular MAGA guy who looked like he might want to say something, and there were 17 of us there. And then suddenly he wasn't so brave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, suddenly he did not have as much to say as he thought he had to say. In fact,
That's
he
hilarious.
reevaluated his assessment of the situation.
Those
Decided that
motherfuckers show
maybe he needed to
DC
be
protests.
several miles from where he was.
Right. Self-preservation.
Yeah.
That's really smart. That is a really good tip. You're totally right. And that's why I'm focused on getting numbers and getting people engaged, because that is the best de-escalator I see. It's the simplest thing, right? You just got more people, you know, they're just not going to do that.
It is an inherently intimidating thing when there are a lot more sets of eyes in that group than in your group.
Yeah.
You might be able to knock down one of us, but chances are you're not going to be able to do it to 50. You know, you're not going to be able to do it to 10. You're not going to be able to do it to 20.
And joining the Swoletariat, I love that too. I think more people are starting to realize that, and I'm with, like, I really try not to be ableist about shit. Like, I've been a very athletic person like all my life. Like, I thought that was what was going to take me to college, was football and athletics and stuff. But I had the worst fucking grades in the world. But like, being physically fit has really been a massive advantage, and like, it helps me a lot. Like, I mean, look at ice, right? The ice people, their fucking tests are 15 push-ups, 32.
Yeah.
Like, these are not,
And they can't even do that.
and they can't do it. But I mean, like, that is not. If you can't beat an ice person, like, you should really be, and you are fully physically bodied, like, you really probably should start thinking about that. But like, also with medical care and like other things, like, it's gonna get harder to get help for those things, like long-term care. Like, you're not gonna be able to rely on those systems. You need to rely on yourself and building a good physical fitness regimen, like walking every day, going out fucking side, like, that's super, super important. And adding the martial art and the firearm, right? Like, those are like, and people, like, those are your 3 protection mechanisms. All of those things give you confidence in yourself, right? Because when you got your homies at your back, you feel confident. When you are physically capable of like exiting, running, defending yourself, like, you feel confident, and you don't have to reach for violence. You know it's there. You know you can go get your strap if you need to, but you don't have to. And for the record, like, in all the conflicts I have with people, I never go strapped. I don't wear plate carriers. Like, I don't wear shit. Like, I'm gonna let a cop, if I get shot by the cops, one of these guys, I'm gonna be unarmed, and it's gonna be a fucking, you know, they're not gonna have a fucking excuse. Like, I'm not gonna let them make an excuse. So that's how I think about it. And like, everyone's gonna think differently. A lot of people don't have that confidence, and that's fine. But I totally agree with all those basics.
Also,
It did
I'm
remind me, though,
living
that
for these
that
videos of people
50%.
just
Oh,
outrunning the ICE agents who are too fat and too slow.
That
to
was
catch
amazing.
Them, just
Yeah.
hilariously.
But hold on, there's
hilariously
50%
outrunning them.
of these ice
Remember
agents.
the dudes that were up on the roof? They're like, we had 5 of them trapped, and one of them jumped down and ran away. And it's like, what? Who are you? Are you fucking? Aren't you supposed to be Aryan Superman? And you look at the guy, and he's like got a huge gut, and his neck is like this big, his little head. He's got like a triple chin and shit, and he's like, I couldn't run that fast.
It got better.
Yeah,
it got better.
motherfucker, it's called cardio, you little bitch.
They were so lazy. They never bothered to go up on the roof, and one of the guys just stayed up there and just like
I can't
hid
climb a ladder.
by staying on top
I
of the
saw
roof.
that, yeah.
And none of them could climb the ladder to go up there to check.
And over half of these ICE agents are failing their written test, which
Yes.
is open book. It is open book.
Yes.
Why are half
How
of
do
you
you-
failing it? I don't
You
understand.
can't pass an open book test, and you can't pass a look. In the military, you take a PT test periodically. In basic training, you take one like every 2 weeks, I guess. I don't remember. And then once you get to your permanent duty station, depending on the branch, you're probably going to test at least once a quarter. So every 3 months, give or take. And my wife, who is a former sailor, tells me it's twice a year for the Navy, at least the Navy that she served in, which was some time ago. I'm not gonna give a year. Anyway, these guys can't even pass. And I looked at the ICE physical fatness test, what I like to call it, and it's like I could do this when I was like out of shape as fuck. It'll be in like the top percentile. And there are people who can't even pass that, and they're getting wavered in because they're so hard up for bodies. How bad do you have to suck to be so physically unfit that you can't pass a bare minimum passing standard that is far less than the military's? And we're talking National Guard, Reserve, Air Guard levels of fitness, fatness, whatever. Below that, you can't even pass that. Can you even do 2 push-ups? Chet McBrad, Kevin, Kyle McFace? No. How the fuck are you supposed to chase down illegal immigrant terrorists when you can't? Listen, this motherfucker he's going up one flight of stairs. It's like Darth Vader, shut the fuck up. You're going to give away our position. What? Oh, I never had the privilege of serving. No, you didn't, because you couldn't even pass the bare minimum MEPS entrance, which is 20% of the bare minimum passing for the military. You couldn't do 4 push-ups, you tub of shit. And I am not being ableist when I say, I mean, I am, but I'm not. Because specifically the context for everybody who's about to jump my shit in the comments is this is a government job that has definite standards that you have to meet, whether it's education or intelligence. As Admin Jim pointed out, you can't even pass the basic entrance exam, or physical fitness. You ever see a fat cop? And I don't mean like got a little gut. I mean like a giant motherfucker. We had one in this place where I used to live in Porterdale, Georgia. And his nickname, I swear to God, his nickname was Cookie. You know, like the dessert, as in I had 80 cookies today for breakfast. This guy, he had a head, right? Okay, everybody has a head. And then he had a neck. His neck was part of his shoulders. He had shoulder neck. It went like skull, ears, arm. Because you see that, you remember Ninja Turtles? And they had Krang, the little brain who lived inside the big muscly dude's fat guy's neck.
Yeah.
This Cookie was the body for Krang the brain. Literally a walking, it was like a giant ball with little arms and legs. That's why people get shot by cops, because this cop is so fat. I watched this guy. Porterdale is a small, tiny little town. I watched this dude from my porch. Watch this guy at the police station get into his police vehicle, and the car went. I don't know how this guy can't chase anybody. You have to be some sort of physically fit to be in a certain profession, whether it's the military or law enforcement. And so everybody that's not physically able to chase down a perpetrator in the comment section, slow your fucking roll, because I'm not talking about you. I'm specifically talking about people in a martial profession of arms where you have to be able to chase people down. That's why people get shot by the cops, because the cop is like, stop, I'm going to detain you. Oh, fuck, he's running. Fuck it. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, he had a gun on him. Because that guy was like, I'm not chasing the guy down. I'll die of a heart attack. If you can't join ICE to chase down these dangerous, illegal immigrant terrorists, and that standard is already below the minimum passing standard to even enter the military, what the fuck good are you?
No, that's a lot of DEI for white men in ICE and in policing.
Yes,
like, for real. Like, it's a lot of fucking just handing people who have no ability to have a real fucking job a gun and being like, here you go. Hey, are you corrupt as shit and willing to just do whatever the fucking state says? Here you go. Like, here's $120,000. Like,
and it's all the people who couldn't make the standards of law enforcement, who couldn't make the military standards.
Right.
They finally found something that's been lowered so low, even they can do it.
These are mall cops. Like, mall cops are getting fucking promoted into ICE right now. Legit.
Paul Blart has more of a leg up on the...
Well, he had morals and ethics, okay?
Yeah.
Most of these guys don't have
he was still, that guy could at least hang on to his little Segway scooter.
You're also totally right that it is totally true that their physical incapability is why they are so physically aggressive, why they go to guns and force and other tools fast. It's because they're incapable of doing anything else. You're totally right. It all is totally, yeah. And it's why they brag about it. It's why they act so fucking tough when they've got all the state and everything behind them. But they are, you meet these people, they're fucking, it's, same Nazi shit. Like, they're fucking cowards, IRL. Hey!
Who's got a little dick? What happened?
What's up, Drill Sergeant? We missed
Glad
you.
you're here, Drill Sergeant.
You've actually been totally silent. Thank God you showed up. This program is
there's absolutely nothing happening. Right, chat?
Conversation was getting awkward.
Like this, and I was like, whose dick is he measuring? I'm just not sure what's happening here.
He was playing a violin, I think.
Oh, that's what it was. It was for me. It's for me.
Well, I got about 10 more minutes. Like, I'm going to Katie Wilson's, like I mentioned, her party here after this. So I got
I'm
about 10 more
excited for
minutes.
you.
I made it just in time then.
I'm just glad we have a guest that's actually keeping us on time for once. Otherwise, we just ramble for like an hour in the middle, just like, what were we talking about? I don't know, video games.
It also helps that our admin panel this time is a little more aware of time constraints. It's not hijacking the conversation.
He's less drunk.
Yes, I am.
You should have another cocktail.
So I apologize. My lights went out. First time was I don't know, and then this time was the lights went out. So I guess
you stopped in mid.
Yeah, it was a great position.
Oh, Asia's came just when 10 minutes is left.
Oh, I miss Admin Asia. Yay! I love you. I miss
All right.
you.
No, Asia's here to bat cleanup.
Yep. Asia's had a back clean up. You got 10 minutes, woman.
She's fangirling over SquidTips. Let's be honest.
That's what I heard. That's what
I'm
I heard.
also,
Well, they need to speak. That's very important. They get priority.
It's true. It's true.
So, yes. So that here's where we are, Asia. Just like I came back in. You've come in, and he said he has. SquidTips says he has about 10 minutes left before he has to leave.
She's already gone.
Yeah.
She's already gone.
She was like, I only got 10 minutes. Fuck this.
Also, I'm sure she loved that the guy who just got here is the guy who's going to do the recap of everything that happened while he wasn't here.
Yeah. Here's the recap.
How very Saul of us.
Yes. Excellent work. Top marks.
I do the best I can out here,
Long
man.
read.
I'm here for entertainment purposes only.
Definitely all of us
Oh,
lately,
Lord.
honestly.
I mean, if we got no more topics, I do have one. I have more questions about like how do I connect more with military people. I feel like I know them pretty well, even though I've never done military service. But I'm trying to like attract more of them, mainly because I'm trying to get the Oath Keepers and like I said, when I met that Proud Boy, and that Proud Boy, like I thought he was National Guard. Like I could not tell because he was in full fatigues. He had a fucking jacket on. He was wearing like goggles and shit, but he had an American flag with him. But like, I want to connect more with the right wing people who are just confused because there's a lot of people, right? Because they're living, they grew up in these bubbles, they grew up in these like information, people just telling them what to do, and people are stuck in these cults. So like, any tips you have for like connecting with those people, I would also be super interested in. Yeah, how do I flag them?
I don't have a good answer for you because I've very specifically like. All right, so first of all, I had this look already. Like I've had a beard for the past
Can confirm.
like 16 years. It wasn't a thing where I was like, oh, I'm gonna look like a special forces operator. I was just like, I'm gonna grow a beard because I can, and I specifically started Sons of Liberty with the identity of I'm gonna take these symbols that they're saying that I can no longer have, and I'm very specifically gonna like use it weaponized and just talk about liberal shit because fuck you if you're gonna tell me that I can't be patriotic or whatever. But I don't set out to like attract MAGA. And I'm very critical of MAGA. Like half the times when I do rant videos, I'm like, if you're a MAGA motherfucker who's somehow still watching and you're somehow still interested in what I have to say, then here is my message for you. First of all, fuck you. And second of all, eat my ass. And then third of all, here's the actual message. Like I don't make content that is designed to appeal to them.
You're not the bridge builder.
However,
You're saying.
Yeah, I'm not interested in building bridges unless it's like stacking their fucking bodies. The FBI is gonna be knocking on my door tomorrow and be like, we heard
we saw this podcast video.
But I do know that like we've had not so much lately, but like Ken Harbaugh and Bobby Jones and Chris Goldsmith are working on this initiative to kind of transform. They want to kind of steal the playbook from people like who's that bald dude from Fear Factor? Joe Rogan. They want to like make a Joe Rogan for the left. They want to find influencers who can attract 15 to 25-year-old young white men and say, you know what, this message that they're putting out is toxic as fuck, and you can actually be pretty cool and still be down to party with like people of color and gay people and trans people, whatever. And that's great. They can do that. I'm not interested. I was in the past, but I am no longer interested in. Basically, if you're still supporting Donald Trump today, you can go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck. If you're still MAGA, fuck off. And I hate to cut ties like that because I genuinely want to see this country kind of come together the way that it did after 9/11 when everybody was like, oh fuck, somebody attacked us, let's go. I don't give a fuck who you are, let's go. But we're not at that point. You've had 10 years of this guy being in power and either not doing his job, or if he is doing his job, being completely inept, and then he lost his job after he got impeached twice, then threw a fucking temper tantrum and had people storm the Capitol, and then proceeded to like try to sharpshoot the guy that was in office for X amount of time. And he's like, I'm going to run for office again. Somehow he won, and in less than a year has managed to cock it up so badly that all of a sudden people who used to support him are like, I can't get down with this guy anymore. He's fucking insane. The president of no more wars is suddenly about to start 4 fucking wars. Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, and of all fucking places, Nigeria? You're gonna go to war with Nigeria? What the fuck is wrong with you, guy? So if you are still supporting this dude and his batshit insane plans to conquer the world by taking over Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, and Nigeria, then fuck you. But I know you want to try to reach those people. So the only advice that I can say is I guess grow a beard and get on camera and make rant videos, I guess. Because I get fucking MAGA dudes in the comments. And if I were interested in attracting them, they probably might listen to me. But I lead off my videos with fuck MAGA, fuck Donald Trump, fuck you, fuck the GOP. And then I belatedly say fuck Democrats too, but that's kind of like
so
there's some caveats in there.
let me see if I can give you something you can actually use here.
Yeah, please.
Let me see if I can actually help you out.
I mean,
Help you out.
Wasted life.
Fuck up.
Before you gotta run. Here's the deal.
10 minutes is up.
The vets you see here are here because we're heartbroken that the vets we used to know turned into Nazis.
Yes.
Right? So, like, when I saw Big SARS, the first thing I said to myself was, thank fucking God there's something here that
Same.
means that, right, Angel? Like, there's something
That's right.
here that I don't know what it is I relate to. I've been out the military for damn near 20 years, but I know my guy, I know my kind when I see him. And immediately I was like, that's it. Someone on the left who's as patriotic, but actually means it, and all of that. So over here is maybe the wrong place to ask, how do you get with those type of vets, right? Because we're wondering, we're heartbroken that we don't see those vets. They're not the same vets. They're not the same people that we thought we knew. On the other hand, you have the answer. You spoke to a Proud Boy, and you had them changing. When you realize that they're not just vets, they're humans who have been indoctrinated. When you can teach them, when you can catch them one-on-one when they're not in groupthink, when they don't have a consequence for thinking out loud and excommunicated from their community, that's the only way. You did it. And that's the only way to do it. You can't look at them as vet. That's not that meaning, that moniker no longer means the same thing it used to. That we and view, give that title to anyone, that we give the strength of that title to maybe 15, 20 years ago anymore. It's a different vet. You can't look at him as a vet. You have to look at it like how you saw him. Another human there that was indoctrinated, and education is the only way out. That thing that appeals to him, his veterans thing, his veterans, his hotline, his pay, his food on the table. That's it.
Yeah, get them alone where they're not where there's not going to be consequences from the people around them who hate all their opinions, who are going to reinforce the right. That's a really good call out that I hadn't really connected with that. But you're right. It's because it was just me and him talking on the street, like nobody else, just me and him. Like, yeah. I did want to add it. Was it Asia? Asia,
yes. Hi.
Yeah. Did you want to ask me something before I leave? You came in. You said such nice things in the chat, so of course I'm gonna defer to you and try to give you some time.
Goodness. No, actually, I just wanted to make sure that you were going to come back when I can actually be on, because I am the Sons of Liberty security admin. So I come from the same background. I am a huge fan. I've been following you for a long time. And I share your videos quite often, especially when they contain a lot of useful information for people that we have out in the field. That's useful stuff. You explain it a lot better than I can a lot of times. So yeah, I was really bummed that I was not able to get on this live stream tonight. So please
Well, I
come
got
back
a
and
fucking
visit.
job now, so my schedule's pretty open. Yours is,
Wicked.
yeah. This one, it took me like a month to get on y'all's schedule, I guess. So I don't know. Y'all run a tight ship around here that I don't fucking run. So
Well,
I-
I mean,
Janet.
Doug, you and me, we could totally like work him in somewhere, right? Like you and me, we could just like Doug. See, look, Doug's nodding. Yes, he'll
yeah,
totally
I
record.
had a great time talking to Doug. Doug great. Yeah.
Janet's in the comments section, and she is actually the one who does the scheduling. So our primary live stream is just Tuesdays, but for people who can work around Tuesdays, like if you had said
can do
something
that.
like, "Hey,
I
I'm
can do that.
available on like a
can do it.
Wednesday or a Thursday or whatever," we'd be like, "All right, well, we'll pencil you in on some random ass, Tuesday or whatever. I mean, not Tuesday. I need more of this, but anyway, yeah. I will pencil you in on like a random Wednesday or whatever. So, like the past couple of weeks, I initially was like, I don't want to do 3 back-to-back live streams. It will literally be physically impossible for me to do so.
That's
And
okay.
then all
I
of a
can
sudden,
do it. You don't need to be there even. It's just that,
the
I can.
Removal Coalition was like, yeah, we want to get like Monty Mater and Nitty Cult Lady and whoever else you've got on there. So the past couple of weeks, I've been doing like 3 live streams back to back. So I guess at this point, I'm like, whatever. If we're gonna get more people that are interested in being on our live stream with its whopping 100+ viewers, and to those 100+ viewers, I'm not dogging you.
We love you.
We appreciate you. We love you better
Chat
than
knows,
everybody
chat
else
knows.
because
Hi,
you
chat.
tuned in for this whole fucking
All right.
2 hour to 2 hour shit show of drunk Sarge and
Sarge, I tell you
Frozen
what,
Doug being like,
you said that I was gonna do like a live stream or something where I answer questions and stuff like that, and do like a security help kind of live stream for people and stuff. So yeah, SquidTips, you want to come on and help me out with something like that? That would be
That'd
fantastic.
be great.
Yeah, it sounds like you all got a whole crew, and you can like specialize people into like a specific type. That sounds awesome. Yeah, you should totally invite me to that. I would love to come.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And if I
Wicked.
could just cut in real quick
I'll-
for the
I'll
update
sit off on the
here.
side of my whiskey glass.
We have an update.
Yeah.
Election night update.
All right,
Sorry,
update.
chat.
Yeah,
You can
My
hang
guy's
out.
he's just being nice. He's like, shut the fuck up already. Let's go.
Dems have officially won the lieutenant governor spot in VA. AG still up for grabs, but Mikey Sherrill is off to a massive lead on Jack Citarelli so far with 27% reporting.
Nice.
And the PA judge races for their Supreme Court are running 80-20 right now.
Oh,
So
love
that's
it.
very positive. Obviously,
Outstanding.
those numbers will get a little closer as the night goes on, but this is looking pretty big.
Nice.
I had a great time with y'all. I got a dip because I got to
For being
run
here.
across.
It was so great having you. Please come back.
Yeah,
Yes.
for
I would
sure.
love to have you
Tell the
again.
mayor-elect that we said congratulations, thank you.
And come on our little
Perfect.
rinky dink show.
and
I'm gonna
come
work
on
it
our
right
weekend.
in. Yeah.
Very
Rinky
It's
good.
great meeting everybody, and I'm
First of all-
excited to talk to y'all again. And great meeting your crew, all your chatters. Come find me on YouTube. That's where I make videos. That's like my main thing. I make just videos whenever I finish up. I've also got an Instagram and TikTok and all that shit if you want, but YouTube's my main platform.
On
So-
Linktree, right? Linktree.
and Blue Sky and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Keep
the
riding
lessons
with tips.
here. All
Have a
right,
great
good
time
night, y'all.
tonight.
On Linktree.
Thank you.
Enjoy your victory party.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
love
Sorry to
him
jump
so
in
much.
like that,
Thanks
but
for letting me
I'm
come in,
trying to
guys.
get that
I know I'm
updated
late.
for a minute here.
Asia, I miss you.
I miss you, darling.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so glad
fucking
you're back.
Christ. Let me
Ace,
get
are
out
you
of
Shut
coming
up.
to the DC protests with like almost all the admins?
I really, really so badly want to. I really badly want to. I cannot.
Gonna fucking do it.
Well,
Ugh.
listen, I'm gonna do it for you. You'll be with me in spirit, ma'am.
Please,
I
yes.
think the only ones that
absolutely.
aren't going to be there is going to be like V and Osiris and Simi.
No.
that.
I
Did what?
really want to go.
Yeah, there's going to be like
Doug,
8
you're
or
going
9 of
too?
the
Damn
admins.
it.
What's going?
Mhm.
Where? Where am I going? What happened?
To DC?
The DC protest.
Oh,
Aren't you going to DC?
Yeah, I just
Fucking
didn't hear you.
better.
I didn't know
Well,
what you were
swing by
talking
and
about. I
pick
was
me up,
like,
Doug.
what's happening?
Swing by and pick me up.
He fades in and out, guys. He fades in and out. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not.
After the
Sometimes
guest
he's
left, I
frozen.
was like, fuck this.
Sometimes he's here,
What's
sometimes
going
he's
on?
on political drain, sometimes he's on
Planet Mars.
Whoever else.
Podcast. Sometimes
Closer to the edge, I
great
guess.
stuff for his
Closer to the edge.
community.
You hear all my monikers now. Big Star's like, it's now grown. Sons of Liberty, Political Drain, Closer to the Edge podcast.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What is this from Lisa about Bernard Taylor?
Oh my God. Shut up.
Oh,
I'm so
Is
excited.
Bernard
Come on,
Taylor
Eljo.
going to DC?
Bernard Taylor's going to
Oh,
DC.
Yeah, you remember when we had the
Yeah.
guy on the
Oh my God. We
yeah,
love him.
Toothless.
Eljo, you
I-
If he's
fucking
going to DC, hell yeah.
Girl.
I'm gonna go get my picture taken with Bernard Taylor. I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
No.
You guys
I
have
remember
no
he
idea.
was at Bernard Taylor's here. Fuck that
Okay,
shit.
now I'm making it an imperative. Doug, you have to swing by and pick me up. Seriously.
Listen. This is what happened.
I'm
Eljo.
literally fucking 2 hours down the road from you. Are you serious?
What you guys
Fuck am I,
don't know
chopped liver?
about
Chopped
what
pockets?
Eljo just said was when she saw the commercial where I was I put my little piece in, and Bernard Taylor was like 2 in front of me on that commercial for the 22nd. In my comment section, she says, Bernard Taylor's going? No, I'm going. I was like,
Oh.
Poor drill sergeant.
Who are you again?
All
Look,
right.
I'm gonna be
You're
honest with
lying.
you. I'm gonna be honest with you. None of us are Bernard Taylor.
No,
That's
no,
true.
No.
That's true.
No,
And-
I would no. No, I would
I
never
mean-
do
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
first
so
of all-
close, you guys.
Paramedic, firefighter, but also jacked as fuck.
Jacked as fuck.
We love
And then
it.
he has his arms, and then this motherfucker came in.
He's like,
with
I'm
his
gonna
arm,
put on my
with the
uniform, but I
cigarette
can't
cap in
fit
his
my
side,
arms to
fucking
the
Oh my
sleeve.
God.
Yeah,
roll.
Stop.
Oh.
you remember those motherfuckers? You know what I'm talking? BDUs, they just like fucking printed out in some fucking Thailand sweatshop. You get BDUs with butterfly collars and tiny arms. And you would have guys that would show up to fucking PT that would have like a 28-inch waist, but like a 30-inch neck, and their biceps are bigger than like the entire first platoon. And you're like, how the fuck do you fit your BDUs on? And they're like, oh, I
Hold
have
on.
them custom made.
Guys.
That's Bernard Taylor.
There you go. Lexi has it right
Same.
there.
Same Lex.
I'm
Lex.
gonna invent a fictional emergency if Bernard Taylor shows up and be like, Bernard, I'm having trouble breathing. Can you give me mouth to mouth? And my wife is in EMS as well. She's probably sitting back there like, what the fuck is wrong with you, asshole? I'm right here.
No, I want Bernard to do it.
If I'm gonna die, I need Bernard Taylor to save me. Can't be anybody else. I would rather die.
Eljo says I couldn't even research with him on the stream. I messaged him like,
It's
can you
true.
tell that man to put
Yes,
his arms
she
down?
did. Fucking
Girl,
Poor-
same.
poor Bernard Taylor is having his live stream with Sons of Liberty. He's like at his firehouse wearing like just his plain white undershirt. And everybody in the comments is like, I need somebody to pass me the
Yeah.
smelling salt because
Bernard
this
Taylor.
dude is sitting there. It's like somebody carved this guy out of granite.
For real.
With
And you know,
like
not only that, but he's such a nice guy.
0.02% body fat and like giant
Yeah.
muscles and shit. And he's smart.
He's smart. He's a good person, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and he's also
Oh,
a
it's
good
his
person, yeah.
personality. Fuck out of here.
Say it
You're
was
not
just
hot.
his
It's your
personality.
Yes, they like him
Bernard
for his
Taylor's got
personality.
muscles, too.
Yes,
all
we
his
do. We
personality.
love him for his personality.
I got a friend
Stop,
tree.
guys.
He has a really
Stop-
good
Stop
personality.
objectifying Bernard. Okay,
That's
we love him
right.
for his personality,
He's just a sweet, sweet
intellect.
young man.
Sweet young man and
I
a
was
lucky
happy to
shit.
have a
I'm about to
confident
get in trouble
fetish,
with every
okay?
West
And
Coast
he's
if
a
I
very
hang on any
confident
longer,
man.
man.
He is very confident. And listen, it's attractive.
all the
All right.
you shouldn't objectify people in the comments section.
Right.
Eljo says,
Going on
"Can you
here?
tell him
Like,
to put his
you know what?
personalities down so I can concentrate?"
Look, I'm gonna tell you straight up now. Tell me, Paula
No.
Abdul, if you haven't seen Bernard Taylor,
Me
and you're
either,
in the-
Janet.
and you're in the comment sections talking about objectifying people, I need you to shut the fuck up and for 1 second
Janet, holy shit.
and go
Same.
look at Bernard Taylor's Instagram, because this dude is there with like his fucking 30-inch neck and his like 28-inch waist, giant ass arms and shit. And if you can look at Bernard Taylor's Instagram and not be like, okay, damn, that dude's pretty hot, then I will eat my kilt.
And that's
Which
saying
one?
something.
Yeah. It's a big ass kilt too, because I got a fucking booty, so dragging that wagon.
Yep,
Oh,
I got a
God.
booty. But
All
my
right.
body is more like a S shape right about now.
Round is a shape. I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
I still got good arms though. I just not as good as him.
Yeah. I was like, damn. I thought I could pick up some weight, but this motherfucker.
Lex,
I gotta
you
do
need
some-
to
now
come on.
Now I gotta do some push-ups. I mean sit-ups. Like before I
Asia.
go on the 20th. Like
damn, you need both, bro.
I fucking hope that Bernard is not watching this live stream, because he's
He's
He
probably
was
like,
like-
what
he
is
needs to
wrong
be
with
like-
these people?
the fuck is
Oh,
wrong?
he
Yeah,
knew.
exactly.
He knew when he was there. Don't tell me that shirt wasn't fucking tailored, Bernard Taylor. Get out of here, brother. You knew what it was, and he had the little
Ugh.
perfect roll.
He did.
Oh,
Not that I was looking. I wasn't
How were
looking.
you?
I respect
I
it.
was.
Wait, hold on. Hello, ma'am.
The forearm was like half of the screen, just the
Hello.
forearm. I was like, oh
You
my
looking
God,
for some help?
what is happening?
Fuck out of here. I know the game.
Was this a thirst trap hour or?
It felt
Yes.
like it, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Lex, you need to come on and do the live stream with us, and let's see if we can get him on. Like none of us would be speaking. We'd all be like,
Yeah.
We already had it.
Yeah,
on
we would
live
just all
stream.
go quiet, just
Uh-huh.
so like.
oh, what? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm listening. I'm listening really
It's
intently.
like, what is your
I want to
policy?
bathe in his
What's your
sweat.
policy on so and so? He'll say, I think that we should all set fires. Yeah,
Yeah,
me
no,
too.
we
Me
should.
too.
Totally. Totally. We should do that. I'll
Oh,
bring the
yeah.
kerosene.
Ugh.
All right, I'm out of here.
Okay.
Come on, guys, let's go. 2 claps, man.
Yeah, we got it. Let's end this. 'Cause-
This is what happens when you and I
Barking
both
at
have a
me.
cocktail. It's a problem.
What's that about Kako?
hmm Get out of here.
Ah, all right. So, if you're going to DC tomorrow, be safe. And if you're not going to DC, then you need to be there Thursday the 20th, Friday the 21st, and Saturday the 22nd. Because like almost every admin on the Sons of Liberty team is going to be there. So will Bernard Taylor,
Apparently, we didn't
who
know.
we've had on our
Breaking
live stream.
news.
You can go search in the comments. You can go like type in Sons of Liberty with Bernard Taylor, and it'll show
I'm
up. and
best
you can
friends with
watch
Bernard
that.
Taylor.
Hey, your workout buddies, right?
I would work out with that dude. I'm not.
That's one of those. That's one of those.
All right.
Oh,
That's our
where'd that
live
guy come
stream.
from?
Next Tuesday live
What?
stream is Veterans Day, and that's
Oh,
gonna be our live
God.
stream for today.
Sarge,
Yeah,
both Ians.
not sorry, not sorry.
Oh my God.
2
Janet.
claps and a Rick.
Janet.
Woo!
No,
What
it's
a
not
bunch